I just always wanted to sing about love, like what is love?
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started to experience it.
Right.
And I started to experience my own vulnerability.
Family, thank you so much for joining us once again on the NDC.
So yeah, it's all
I'm your host, Tre Henderson, and the baby is in the NDC. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna talk about, your artistry, your ex-boyfriends. No, you wrote, "This ain't no ordinary love, feels more like a drug, strong with every hug."
I don't know, one day I just started humming. It just became something, and I found a beat, and I just put it on there. But I don't know, the words was pretty much about, like, immature love. It was about when I was, like, 11.
Really?
Yeah. I got my first kiss, and I was like, it was about, like, immature love and how, like, I was so gone.
And I was like, dang, if a hug make you feel that way, this is a hug? So is that your creative process? Does it just come from anywhere? Or you can just be somewhere and start humming and writing? How does that work?
I kind of come up with the melody first, and then the words come after, but I already know in my mind how I want it to sound.
Yeah.
And the words just came in. I was creating a project about vulnerability. So I was trying to be as vulnerable as possible, so I started from the bottom. Like when it first started, like my love. Vulnerability
is so often tied to fear and how apprehensive we are, of course, about exposing ourselves in that way. What got you to that point? What made you say, I want to do this, I want to be, how have you just always been that way?
I mean, as a child, I used to always sing love songs.
Yeah.
So they used to call me the love child. I never could sing a song about, like, hurting other people or, like, anything like that. I just always wanted to sing about love, like, what is love?
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I started to experience it.
Right.
And I started to experience my own vulnerability. So I was able to just tap into it. Like, I don't know, like, a series of events happened in life that made me like, oh man, I want to just start writing music. So I was like, I was so stuck on, in the past, I was stuck on, like, trying to make music for what other people wanted to hear. So I told myself, like, I don't know how to write music. Like, I'm never going to do this.
Yeah.
And about a few years back, I was like, I just want somebody to teach me how to write music. Just teach me.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, just say how you feel. And I went through, like, a bunch of phases of just saying how I felt, but it didn't feel authentic to me.
Do you feel like it's the artist's responsibility to reflect the times that we're in?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I write music that personally doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
It's just a figment of my imagination.
As far as being on the stage, do you miss it? What are you looking to next? Are you using this time to just be more creative and write?
Right now, I'm like just doing something. Like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Because I created, I did the whole EP. I did it, and I can't go back to it.
Right.
But what I do now is I try, like, I wanted the EP to be about from young to about mid-20s.
Okay.
And for me, that was like not my lifespan, but like my music lifespan. I wanted that to be heard.
Yeah.
Because like you said, other people can relate to it.
Yeah.
It's like I listen to music that I can relate to, and whether they went through it or not, is something that, like, impacted me.
You're seemingly this soft-spoken, really quiet person, calm, calm spirit, but you rock the stage.
Yeah.
You've opened for, was it Erykah Badu? Tell us about that experience.
Wow.
Was it your first big thing, or how did that come about, first of all?
So it was my first, like, that big at a festival.
How many people?
Roughly. It was a couple thousand. But I feel like when, like, me, I don't really like to talk much. Like, I just that's what music is for. Like, I use that to put it all out there.
Yeah.
I don't really like being in crowds. I don't really like, small crowds and stuff, because I feel like everybody's looking at me.
Yeah.
But when I get on stage, it's a different feeling. Once I look back at it, I'm like, oh snap, that was me. Like, but it's like an adrenaline, like, that runs through me, and then I I just go. I get crazy.
How was the backstage experience where you're seeing the different, where you know, sometimes you go to those places and you tell yourself, oh, I'll be able to contain myself, or I'm an artist. And then you see somebody you really admire and you forget about that. You're like, oh my God, there's so-and-so.
Backstage was crazy. I saw, who was it? I used to be madly in love with A$AP Rocky, and for some reason, for some reason when I saw him, it was like he was right there and I was right there, and I was like, oh, that's A$AP. And then I forgot his name. What's the Odd Future guy? He like walked up to me and was like, hey, you look really dope. Da-da-da. And like inside, you feel like, oh man. Like, oh, that's
what's up.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, thank you. He was like, yeah, and da-da-da. But like I don't know. I guess I'm like a little professional, whatever. But I was like,
no, that's good stuff.
I was like, yeah, thank you.
Keep it cool.
I appreciate that.
Keep it cool.
And like I kept walking. I don't want to say like I don't know how to take compliments.
I understand that. Though.
Like I do. Like I was like, oh, thank you. But like, how many thank yous can I get?
Right,
like,
right.
But it's like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Like, thank you. But it's like an overwhelming feeling at the same time because I'm so like in my own little bubble, and I'm just like, I'm shaking, and I'm like, oh, thank you, oh, thank you, oh, I appreciate that. Pictures, okay, I'll take a picture.
How's that been for you when you see people being receptive, whether it's singing your lyrics, downloading stuff, recognizing you? How does that feel for you?
It's what keeps me going. It's why I keep making music. It's why I keep performing. It's why like I go to places that I don't know and perform just so I can meet new people. Yeah, like I like it, but it's like at the same time I'm like, all right, whatever, all right, cool. But I gotta tap into that other ego and bring her out. Yeah. Come on, B, you got this.
In terms of meeting people, and not even celebrity, but who among some of the most interesting stories or people you've met, what stands out to you? Especially if you're a person who will go perform somewhere just to meet new people. Yeah. Like, that's dope.
I don't know. I've met so many people. Yeah. The connections are crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really nice. Like, it's like a big misconception of like, just people are gonna be like, because of social media, you just think like, oh, they're gonna come to you and be like, man, we hated that. Yeah. Get that out of here. But like they really come up and they're like, oh, I love it, and it makes me feel like I did something right.
What do you hope to do next with your artistry and your music?
I'm trying to go big, go hard, or go home. Go hard or go home.
Is there a place that you're saying like I really want to perform here? Like where'd you, even location wise or venue wise, where's somewhere you say I gotta hit that stage?
Since a child, I really want to do Broadway.
Oh, Broadway! Oh, I really dope! Want to do Broadway. Bad.
I have a big personality.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always come out. It's not, it doesn't come out to other people.
Yeah.
You know, inside I could be like, oh.
Right.
But when I perform, like if I go to try out for like, let's say Hamilton or something like that, like I'm gonna do exactly what you tell me to do, and hopefully that
works.
That works. Yeah. But what they want is a little more.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to convey that. I don't know how to get that out there. Like,
as far as your musical influences, because you really are like an R&B type of singer. Your influences. Give me real quick who you listen to, what you're drowning yourself with musically right now.
Right now, always Whitney.
Whoa, yes.
Yeah, no, Whitney's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And I listen to Whitney. I'm big on Jasmine Sullivan. Vocals is crazy.
Yep.
Brandy, just
real singer.
Versatility.
Real singer. Yeah.
Melanie Fiona. I listen to a lot of Summer Walker now.
Yeah.
I think I tap into her, like the vulnerability of her. Like
that's good stuff.
It makes me feel like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
My name is V, and you can find me on Instagram at 1VBaby or Twitter at officialVBaby. Spotify, SoundCloud, Tidal, Apple Music, all the main,
Thank you so much for joining us on the NDC. Special thanks to our producers of this, Context of a Generation. We love y'all. Thank you so much. Peace.
So that was the Indie Seat. If you like what you saw and you want to be a partner, or if you want to collaborate with us, even if you're an artist and you want to submit your work, check out our website, contextofageneration.org, or go ahead and submit an email to us at submit@contextofageneration.org. And for all the artists, make sure you put your name, your social media handles, and attach some of your work as well. And for those who are interested in being a partner or collaborating, please email us and we would love to reach back out. Peace. That was the Indie Seat. Thank you.